we saw
Yeah.
Game
Didn't-
7 of
Just-
Andrade and Carmelo Hayes with LA Knight as the special guest referee. And what was interesting is, you know, it's always interesting when someone is made a special guest referee in a match like this when they have beef with both people. Like we saw that not too long ago with Seth Rollins being the special guest referee in the match with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. So they're doing that again. I think LA Knight might have more beef with these guys than Seth did with those guys, but
yeah.
What they did with LA Knight was really interesting, though. He declared himself the winner of the match. So that didn't help with who he was going to face for the title. And Nick Aldis punishes him for this heelish move and puts him in a triple threat for the US title at Crown Jewel. You're welcome, because we talked about that. I don't know. There's a video up about it.
I want everyone to acknowledge me because I said this last week.
I said it like a month ago, but yeah.
I said the finish. I'm saying it's gonna be like a double. They're both gonna be out, and and then walk away, and then inevitably will be a triple threat. However, I didn't think it would be that good where he just hits both finishers and declared himself the winner. That was good.
I love this though because the Intercontinental title is not going to be defended. The WWE and World Heavyweight titles are not going to be defended, and it is not they're not real feuds anyway, because it was like we're just going to have the champions go against each other, whatever. So this is going to be like almost a main event simply because there is bad blood between these three guys, and that's why I'm like, okay, cool. That's kind of, I don't know. I think that LA Knight deserves to have that spot, and I think this is a much more interesting way for him to go about defending the title, even though I know for some people it's controversial and they don't like it when a champion has to defend their title in a triple threat. But I think that fits with not only what's been going on between Andrade and Melo for the past however many months, but also as a power move from Nick Aldis for what LA Knight pulled in this 7th match. I feel like all of it makes sense. So you can't really complain about him being punished essentially for not behaving himself.
Do we not see this coming already? You know what I mean? It's one of we figured LA Knight was not going to let this match end cleanly by any means.
Yeah. And I think that, I don't know, I think that LA Knight deserves to have a big match on a big stage like Crown Jewel. And I think that Andrade and Melo also have done more than enough to deserve a spotlight match at a big pay-per-view, big PLE, whatever, like Crown Jewel. So I'm excited for them because I think this could potentially be the match of the night. I'm calling it now. I really think it could be. I mean, it's gonna have tough competition.
It's up there,
but
it's gonna have very tough competition with the main event. But it definitely is in the category of sleeper match of the night.
LA Knight is retaining. I don't think that it's changing. But we'll have to see. Maybe my opinion changes when we do this next week. I don't know. But as of right now,
something to note that they gave him a custom strap to his title, so that usually is an indicator of something.
Well, and it's kind of like a tricky situation, I would say, because obviously Andrade and Melo have been fighting over being the number 1 contender for quite a while now. So it's like, okay, if they lose, then what happens now? But I feel like they might have somewhat of an argument to be like, okay, I deserve a one-on-one match with LA Knight. Like we fought this many matches and I won this, whatever. Like I deserve to have a one-on-one match, not just being put in a triple threat because that was what Nick Aldis wanted to do to punish LA Knight. I shouldn't be punished for something I had nothing to do with, So I think they could go about it that way. But I don't think it changes hands. I think it's too early.